this right here was supposed to be actually leveled into to this high right here, to the level of that tree right there, making a pretty big little, I don't know what the heck we're gonna do here. Just to have it. I want to see what this looks like over here. Yeah, with a lot of work right there. Also wanted to put couple loads of gravel in here, because this is supposed to be a flat deck. It goes right here, and it's even with that. Let's see what we got over. Well, we're taking a break. Oh, by the way, this is a what do you call these things? It's not an orange. So anyway, what we're taking a break from is moving this dirt down here. We're going to come from right about here to right about there. Stays here, and then everything this way goes straight down to the base of that tree right here. And straight over to there. So that's all of this dirt here goes that way. We moved quite a bit. The wind blows right up off that valley and up the hill. But anyway, so be a nice little place to sit. In the summertime, this is nice and covered. Got a cool in the summertime. Now, when it gets hot out here, you're going to want that breeze. You say, hey, that's a nice breeze. So we'll be able to come out here and sit in the breeze. Sit under the shade, sit back and relax, just sit outside, and breathe a little bit. Bow, 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 bow. So when you eat these orange thingies, you should always take a couple bites out of the peel. Good for you. Life and times of living in the woods, except you can hear the people across the street. That's only a mile away. I think I moved from here over to that tree right through here. Here. All that was over here, and I hand shoveled all of that over to here. So here it is. The lumpy, all lumpy and funny looking, and whoop, get all that dirt out of the way. Give us an extra 3 feet there, an extra foot, an extra 4 feet. However wide it is now. Well, see our here. Go right in. Let's see how we're coming on this landscaping project. Well, this is the top part up where the spike is. And from this point, it bevels straight down. Not straight down, but it bevels down. It's over there. So there's still quite a bit of dirt to move. Golly darn, look at all that. That's amazing. Well, there's a couple of things I was going to say about this whole situation. Is this is red clay. You see this stuff right here, hard as a rock. Oh, here's a pick. Here you go. Here's a pick. Here we're going to pick it. Right. That's hard. It's dried clay. It was soft like this. Soft like this. And then just me walking back and forth across it, it was soft like this. You see that? By getting compressed and dried out, it gets hard as a rock. So it's a matter of timing. It's early spring. The dirt is still dry. Red clay, still dry. It's red clay. It's still wet, damp. It's not wet. It's just damp. So you can shovel it fairly easily. It pricks fairly easily. When it's dry, it's hard as a rock. And the other part of that, I want to just explain this, what we do here, just so that it's clear. We take a shovel of dirt, and don't just sling it, you take it and dump it right here. And then what happens is you continue to do that, it rolls down and rolls down and rolls down. And what you have here, if you can tell that, is actually sloped upwards. But as it compresses, it'll go back down and become level, like this over here. Not exactly level, but reasonably level. So there's a little trick to that as far as red clay, when and how much, and always, you know, instead of just throwing it over and let it roll down the hill. A lot of people do that. Let's see if I can find a place for that. No, I don't do that. But a lot of people, though, when they fill it in, it'll be all kind of just sloped. It'll be sloped like this, sloped. Well, what happens is it rains, the water washes down and starts washing big gullies. If it's level, if it's sloped up a little, the water sets in and then finds one place, and the one place it finds is the place that you make for it. This end is a little higher. So easy to relax right here. And you look up here, you go, whoa. And just squint. Now sometimes I'll sit here and there'll be big old bird of prey come flying by doing a dance up there. Probably not now since I'm holding a camera, but any other time, you know, this is going to be spectacular when all these trees are bloomed, get leaves out. Right now it's really beautiful out here. You can see my shadow out here. Springtime. What is it, a balmy 75 degrees, something like that. In the summertime when it's hitting 90 and there's a shade out here, this is going to be awesome. That breeze comes up this hill. Be sitting in the shade, get my laptop and my iced tea. Have it made in the shade. I'll tell you what, this is really coming. Do 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 do. Ah, yes, our paper shredder, our awesome paper shredder here. What you got there? Dandelions? Oh, here's the driveway. Bad enough when it's dry, let alone when it's icy. So here's the area. Down here. You might remember what it used to look like. Actually leveled into to this high right here, to the level of that tree right there. Nope, no birds. They must know when I have a camera and run and hide. They're all camera shy, so they don't show up. Whenever I have a camera, they don't show up. Well, Won't be too long. Another day or two and we can think about throwing some grass seed out in there and plant some plants in there maybe. We've got all this to sit in. We could sit anywhere. So I go up there and sit. We can go up here. Sit on a porch out in the middle of nowhere. Sit on the roof. We can go out there. Just sit anywhere we want out here. And yet, this is actually just something about this spot is just so calming and so relaxing. They just want to sit there and not get back up. Really awesome. So that's that part. We'll be back later on when we got some dandelions. Yeah, that's right, they're flowers to me. The bane of your lawn, and they're flowers to me. And so on and so on and so on. Let's dig it, man. And we'll be back later on when we got some. We'll be back later on when we got some. Dandelions. Yeah, that's right, they're flowers to me. The bane of your lawn, and they're flowers to me. Water hose, topsoil, seed stuff, easy tear, right. Rice seed with rice seed. Blue rig. And I've done this before over on the other side. Just on a red clay, just like that. And I took Actually, it was like this right over in here, red clay. I just threw the seed out there, drug a rake over it a little bit, put water on it. Came out pretty well. You see, if you take seed and some dirt and lay it on a piece of plastic about an inch thick, roll that dirt out about an inch thick, put grass seed on it, keep it damp. Next thing you know, we'll have sod. And you can just take and drag that where you want it and slide it off. And what I was going to do is just drag, put some up there, grow it right up here, and drag it over here and just slide it over, let it hang down, and peg it with little wooden stakes along the top, and then put some more down there, maybe 2 or 3. Anyway, that's what he had in mind. We'll see how that works out. £3 on that one. What was in here? £3 on that one. So it took us about £3. Alrighty, here we go. The peekaboo. It looks like from up here. They should be interesting. You know what I mean? See how that turns out. Not exactly level. I can see high spots in it, but hey, like you said, now the probability is that this side will settle some because that's all loose. So even though I packed it as I went, as it were, you really can't pack it properly. So it's probably straight along here. It'll probably settle a little bit on the edge. But what the heck, you know, like I said, every year you go back, you throw a few more bags of dirt on there, smooth it out, fill it in, overseed it again. Man, that's a lot of space. It's a lot more space than I had envisioned. I've said that before, haven't I? Well, we'll see that later. We'll see it later on, maybe in the fall. See how much is actually grown in there. Now the Good thing about rain, I could take a photograph when it rains and it'll puddle up and fill up where you need to fill in with dirt. Now here we have a little bit later on, like a week later, that we can see right here. Let me get around here. You can see that this side has actually sloped down a little bit. That's what I was saying before. That's actually settled. Thanks to all the rain, it actually caused the dirt to settle in. Let's see if we can get a little better perspective here. Right over here, you can see right here, you can actually see the cracks in the ground where it's actually pulled away as it's settling. But it's not a big deal. The inner part is all nice and stable. That's all stable over here. So sometime during the summer, I'll get a wheelbarrow and run a little bit of dirt in there and fill that back in level. There we'll be good. We'll be back later on when we got some dandelions. Yeah, that's right, they're flowers to me. The bane of your lawn, and they're flowers to me.